And I'm Doris Anderson. Welcome to the chat. And our question today is, if you didn't know how old you are, how old would you be? So part of this question is to describe, there's a genetic test you can take to find out how old you are based on your answers. However, it's also sometimes it's how you feel inside versus your actual biological age. So what do you think? Who wants to start?
I think I stopped at 37. I turned 37 and I've just stayed there. I'm 37. I'm just always 37. It's not too young. It's not like I'm not trying to be, one of the kids. But yeah, I stopped at 37. I'm happy here. I like it.
It's a great question. When I love, and one of my passion is to teach Spanish. So when I in the number part, I say, okay, how old I look and how old do you think I am? And when I start teaching the numbers, I say, okay, I look like 35. I feel like 30, 35. Yeah, but I am 45. That is what I say to them. But what matters is what Doris mentioned, Kimi mentioned, is I stopped when I was 39. That is me.
Beautiful. For me, it's interesting about age. So now I have a 31-year-old son, a 26-year-old daughter, and a 24-year-old daughter. I have a granddaughter who's 2.5 years old, and many people often say, "You have a granddaughter? What? That's crazy." Now, I was a mom when I was 16, so I started early, and I finished early. Yay! And at this point in time, I gave birth to Peter Pan. That's my 31-year-old son. He will never grow up. He walks around in bare feet all the time, and he's very advantageous, and I love his spirit, and it was definitely came from my DNA. So I like to be childlike. I like to play. I would like to think that my chronological age is 48. My bones say I'm a little older than that at this point in time, but my spirit is a 12-year-old girl and will always remain to be that way forever in time because it's the age of innocence. It's childlike and yet still has the ability to be cognizant and really realize some of the stuff about life. So if I could be any age forever, it would probably be between 12 and 16 because it was before I had children. And I didn't get to live a lot of life without children after that. So I love my life and I wouldn't trade it for anything, but to stay young at heart is everything to me. So
awesome. And I know for me too, it's ironic, but I feel younger now than I did 10 years ago.
nice.
10 years ago, when you're living with a lot of stress, I was in an unhappy marriage. And I think when you're in a place where you're trying to fit that square peg into the round hole, or you're trying to be something that you're not to make someone else happy, it never works. And then age can sneak up on you so fast. And when I look back at pictures of myself 10 years ago, I hardly recognize myself from those pictures. That trajectory would have been pretty scary right now, but I feel younger now than I have in the last maybe 20 years. But I think a big part of it, and as I get older, because I'm in my 50s, so as I get older, it's really being careful to look after yourself, to make sure that you are saying yes when you want to, and being in that childlike wonder. I love that idea, and in awe of what life is all about. But it's also, I think supplements help a lot. I do take some supplements, and I do find it helps my eyesight and my energy and my body, because I do feel that as time is unfolding, that I need to give it a little extra help. So I do that, and but it works for me. So I love the idea of childhood wonder.